Hey everyone, Chris here from the Sonic Spectrum. Question, have you ever wished you could take your favorite wired microphone, powered speaker, or mixer and make it wireless without replacing the gear you already own? Well, today we're checking out something that promises to do exactly that. The HHLPRO F30P wireless XLR transmitter and receiver claims up to 500 feet of wireless range, ultra low latency, automatic channel scanning, and enough reliability for live performances. But here's the real question. Does it actually sound good? Because if we're being honest, all the fancy features in the world don't matter if your microphone suddenly sounds like it's broadcasting from a drive-through speaker from the 1980s. Well, today I'm going to put it through its paces. We'll check out how easy it is to use, who it's really designed for, and I'll tell you whether I'd trust it at one of my own gigs. But first, I know what many of you came here for, so let's jump right into the sound test and then we'll come back and chat more. So this is how we set them up. It's very simple. We have our transmitter here and our two receivers as identified on the side. So to power them on, you just hold down the power for 3 seconds. Like that. And to pair them, so these two, to be paired with this, all you do is just put them next to each other and hold the power. See, it goes into a blinking IR mode. Turn it back on. And then just have them face each other like this. And then you could see they're both on 903 megahertz and they're synced. While we're here, we also have our battery indicator, which is very nice with several dots in the green. We have our signal strength and our channel. And our dB gain can be adjusted as well. So for this example, we're going to take the new Thump 15 V4, the new updated Thumps, and we're going to put a wireless microphone using my SM58. We're going to make it wireless directly into the back of the speaker to see how it sounds. So step one, we're going to enter this into channel 1. There's the antenna facing up. Step 2, this into the bottom of the SM58. Snap in. There we go, ready to go. Let's see how it sounds. Okay, here's a sound test with a Shure SM58 plugged into the unit in the back of the Mackie Thump V4 15-inch model. That's it, plugged, synced, ready to go, all charged up. We get up to 5 hours, like we said, with the unit. And just wanted to give you a quick vocal demo to see I don't hear any crackling. Obviously, I'm within close proximity of the speaker, but this is just a quick vocal setup to see if you want to make your wireless microphone wireless, dynamic, and plug it into any speaker for quick speeches, ceremonies, anything like that. This does work, and it sounds good. This is the microphone direct into speaker test. One more thing I wanted to add about the speaker directly into the mic. I did have to turn the gain up a little bit on the transmitter here. So I'll show you the screen. So I did have to put it from 0 dB to plus 10 dB, and it just boosted the sounds and the vocals to give it a bit more volume. So again, if you plug it in right away, bring up that gain a little bit, and you're no issues at all. For this test, we're going to put one transmitter into the Allen & Heath ZI-10FX, and each of these will go into the Mackie speaker, and we're going to see how it sounds. So step one, we want to make sure that they're all on the same frequency band. So 903 channel 1, 903 channel 1, 903 channel 1. Perfect. So we're going to take this one here. We're going to put that into the mixer. Snap. Done. Let's power it on. Now we're going to take the receiver and put it into channel 1. We're going to take the second one and put it into the second Mackie Thump. Okay? One over there, one over here. You can move the antenna up like that if you like. Perfect. So now we have made each of these Mackie Thumps completely wireless from my Allen & Heath ZI-10FX mixer using a Shure QLXD wireless from the mixer. That's all I have connected to it. And both speakers have the wireless receivers and transmitters are now set up. So I have, with one system, made two speakers completely wireless. Here you go. I'm sound capturing the room through the Shure MV88, just so you can hear a little bit of the quality. I don't hear any issues. It does work, and it was pretty easy to get up and going. Before we continue, I want to mention that HHLPRO reached out and asked if I would review the F30P, and I was happy to do so. As always, the opinions expressed in my reviews are completely my own. If something impresses me, yeah, I'll tell you. If something doesn't, I'll tell you that too. One thing I've noticed over the past few years is just how popular these wireless XLR systems have become. More musicians, DJs, churches, weddings, music professionals, and event companies are looking for ways to reduce cable runs and simplify their setups. It's nice to see that more manufacturers are entering this space because, yeah, more competition usually means more innovation and more choices for all of us. So, what exactly is the HHLPRO F30P? Think of it as replacing XLR cable with a wireless connection. One plugs directly into your dynamic microphone, while the other receiver plugs directly in your mixer, or powered speaker, or voice processor, or any standard XLR input. In just a few seconds, you've turned a wireless connection into a wireless one. Honestly, the possibilities are actually pretty impressive on how you can use these and make your favorite wired microphone wireless without having to buy an expensive new wireless microphone system. You could send audio wirelessly to a powered speaker across the room and create a wireless side fill at larger events, or eliminate long cable runs for a nice cleaner, safer setup at weddings, corporate events, churches, or outdoor performances. Instead of investing entirely in a new wireless equipment setup, this gives your existing gear a whole new level of flexibility. Setting everything up couldn't be much easier. The transmitter and the receiver are compact, lightweight, and plug directly into standard XLR connectors. So there's no separate belt packs or extra cables to worry about. One feature I really like is the built-in auto scan feature. And instead of manually searching through frequencies and hoping you pick the good one, the system scans for a cleaner automatically, saving you a lot of time of frustrations in venues where there are multiple wireless systems set up and operating. Pairing the transmitter and the receiver is also very quick. With a one-touch frequency scan, you're matching and you're up and running literally within minutes. The system offers up to 50 available channels, which makes it suitable for larger events where multiple wireless units may be operating at the exact same time. It even supports one transmitter connecting to multiple receivers for even more possibilities depending on your application, your setup. Performance is really where a product like this has to prove itself. It operates in the dedicated 902 to 927 MHz UHF frequency band and uses dual antennas to help maintain that stable connection while reducing interference. HHLPRO also rates the system at less than 5 milliseconds of latency, which is important because no one wants noticeable delay between speaking into the microphone and then hearing it through the speakers. That would be awful. That low latency makes it feel very natural during a live performance or speech. The company also claims a wireless transmitting distance of up to 500 feet under ideal conditions. Of course, real-world performance will depend on walls, people, and other sources of interference. But having that kind of range available certainly gives you some confidence for larger venues or outdoor events where longer cable runs would normally be required. Another feature worth mentioning is the built-in rechargeable battery. The HHLPRO says you'll get over 5 hours of continuous use, and the package includes a dual charging USB-C cable, USB to USB-C, and you can charge them at the same time. So there's also an on-screen battery indicator, which is always helpful because, yeah, nobody wants a surprise battery failure in the middle of an event. Even better, guys, the units can continue operating while charging, giving you the flexibility during longer performances. Now, one thing you should know is that this system is designed specifically for dynamic microphones. It does not provide phantom power. So if you are using a condenser microphone that requires that phantom power, this system won't be the right one without the additional equipment to power it. As far as value goes, the HHLPRO F30P currently sells for $279 US on Amazon.com, and I'll leave the link in the description so you can check it out if you're interested, learn more, or buy one. And if you are looking in this space, definitely I see the value versus having to buy all new gear. It's a cost-effective solution. It lets you continue using the equipment you already know and trust, while addressing the wireless capability that you need in certain situations. So whether you're a musician, DJ, church AV company, public speaker, or someone just running live events, there are plenty of situations where reducing cable clutter makes setup easier. Tear down faster, and your event looks a little more professional. And let's be honest, after a long wedding or a full day of gigs, wrapping up hundreds of feet of XLR cable isn't exactly anyone's favorite way to end the night. Viewers on my channel have had strong opinions about these XLR transmitters over the last year or two. I have reviewed some other ones from other brands as well. And I know you guys are going to put in the comments that either love it or hate it. Here's my take on this. The technology is getting better. The battery life, the transmitting technology and quality is getting better from what these were when they first started a couple years ago. Now it seems like a lot are getting into this space like we discussed. So I do like what they do. I think the connection's solid. The features are good, the battery life, and the ease of use. So depending on the gig you're using it for, the severity of the gig is how you'll feel comfortable using these. But I have to say I am feeling more comfortable with them now than I was a year or 2 or 3 ago when the first came out, and you're starting to get that odd crackling, and then you look at it and go, oh, I don't think I'm going to use these. But we've come a long way, guys. We have. Here's a real world situation where I was glad I had these in my gigging bag. At one of my last gigs, I had my main section set up, and then there was a balcony further up, far away, about 30, 40 feet. There was an upper level, and they wanted a fill speaker. But there was no way for me to run the wire from where I was to up there. I'd have to tape a lot on the floor because people would trip on my wire. So the fact that I could just whip this out, connect my battery-powered speaker on the upper level, and just daisy chain this from the last speaker up to the balcony area where another 50 people were, or 40, that was a good example of having something like this in your gig bag, because you never know when you're going to need to run a speaker far away, and cables just aren't an option. Overall, I think that the HHLPRO F30P is a solid addition to the growing wireless XLR market. It combines long wireless range, low latency, automatic scanning for channels, rechargeable batteries 5 hours, plug-and-play operation, and enough flexibility to work in a wide variety of live sound applications. If you've been thinking about making your existing speaker or system setup or microphone wireless, this may be something you may want to look into. And again, with the increase in competition, the increase in the technology that's gotten better since these came out, it's definitely worth a look. As always, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Have you ever used a wireless XLR system like this before? Or do you still prefer running traditional XLR cables? Let me know down in the comments section below, because I always enjoy hearing about your real-world experience and preferences. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Every single one of those helps support the channel. And don't miss future videos, reviews, comparisons, gear chat, sound tips. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm Chris from the Sonic Spectrum, and I'll see you in the next one.